He's the king in this universe of what? I'm not sure. He's a lovable Disney icon that Square Enix still somehow made badass and a little risque. The mouse that likes to hide pretty important stuff from his colleagues and not the best at giving pep speeches. The mouse to end all mice. The Keyblade Master, King Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is one of the most well-known characters in the world and the icon for Disney. His first appearance was in Steamboat Willie in 1934, but he first appeared in Kingdom Hearts in Kingdom Hearts 1, and I believe he is one of the only characters in Kingdom Hearts to appear in every single game, alongside Donald and Goofy. Even Sora isn't in every game, but timeline-wise, he first appears in Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key, Union Cross, whatever name you want to go with, where his gummy ship crashes in Daybreak Town, being led there by a Star Shard, which has the ability to take one to different worlds, but not knowing how to use it will transport you to random places or random worlds at random times, and also how he went to the past is not defined or known yet. A long time later, between Kingdom Hearts Union Cross and Birth by Sleep, Mickey works on a boat and has boat hand to Pete on the steamboat, which we all see transpire in Kingdom Hearts 2 and traveling back in time. Soon after, we see that Mickey is searching for the mystery behind the Keyblade and is traveling from world to world, as we can see in Three Musketeers world, where he works with Donald and Goofy and in Dreamed Up Distance and Sora to save Princess Minnie. And also, he becomes the apprentice to Yen Sid, and one day he takes control of Yen Sid's hat and gets trapped, and has to be saved by Sora and Riku. He does soon gain the ability to wield the Star Seeker Keyblade given to him by Yen Sid, as we see in Birth by Sleep, where he's trying to become a Keyblade Master. And along the way, he meets up with Ventus and Aqua using the Star Shard, accidentally falling into and trying to help them through their own stories, and in the end, he fights with Aqua to fend off the form Ventus Vanitas, and being left to help bring unconscious Ventus back to Yen Sid's tower, to which Mickey then earns the title of Keyblade Master at the end of the game. Then about 10 years later, Mickey soon finds that many of the worlds have been disappearing, and saw that the growing threat of the Heartless were becoming more known, and a man named Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, was trying to summon Kingdom Hearts, to which Mickey heads into the Realm of Darkness, where he also sends Donald and Goofy to go find some boy with a key, or a giant key, to help close Kingdom Hearts. Well, in the Realm of Darkness, though, he finds and fights alongside Aqua, where he is searching for the Kingdom Key D in order to close the door to the Realm of Darkness, which he ends up doing, but not before losing his shirt, losing track of Aqua, and getting himself locked in the Realm of Darkness with Riku too, where they travel along but soon get separated, to which he appears to Riku as a spooky ghost when Riku gets led to Castle Oblivion, where Mickey helps to guide Riku away from or to fight off the darkness inside, soon teaming up with Riku in order to save Sora after he loses his memories, to which after the events of 350 by 2 days, and Mickey seeing the change that Riku went through when giving into the darkness, we see Mickey appear in Twilight Town right after Sora, Donald, and Goofy's awakening, to which he leads them to Yen Sid. Mickey's goal in this game is to hunt down and destroy Organization 13, and a big focus being Xemnas, who he found out to be the nobody of Xehanort, and he travels throughout the games looking for them and helping Sora and the gang fend off the threats after Goofy's death, that is. To which, in the end, they defeat him and return to his wife after a long time. After the events of Kingdom Hearts 2 and Encoded, Mickey helps to decode Jiminy's journal, which had all the events of the previous games but had been wiped. So they try to retrieve the data, to which they find the few secrets that it holds, that there were a few characters that were lost, such as Aqua, Terra, and Ventus, where Mickey's forgetful ass gets caught, and Mickey then sends a message to Sora about those missing and those connected to his heart, leading to Dreamed Up Distance and their mastery exam. Mickey largely acts as an outside force in Dreamed Up Distance, having to save Minnie from Maleficent, and then going to save Riku and Sora from Xehanort. And after the events of Dreamed Up Distance, we last see him in 0.2, explaining the story to what happened to Aqua, to Riku, Yen Sid, and Kairi, where Mickey and Riku are then sent to, I would assume, save Aqua from the Realm of Darkness. But thanks to the trailers for Kingdom Hearts 3 right now, we can assume they do find Aqua. But these last few points aren't completely confirmed, more of an assumption based off trailers. Past that, Mickey is voiced by Takashi, a Yoi guy in Japanese, I probably butchered that, and then Wayne Allwine from Kingdom Hearts 2 Days, who sadly passed away, replaced by Brett Ewan Onward in English. If you've seen most of the Disney cartoons with Mickey in it, you'll probably get the gist of what he's like, but he may be a little more focused, I guess, and he has his moments of losing it, like with Gooby's death. And I can't blame him. But he also does have an independent nature to him at times in these games, which is kind of strange, leaving it to Sora and the gang to fight on their own. And while he did do his own thing, he still relied on his friends at times too. He is a mouse that loves his friends, and all he wants to do is protect them. And he's also very focused on his goal. But past that, he is just kind of a pretty badass mouse and a happy-go-lucky one at that too. Mickey actually has a few designs. While Mr. Nomura tried to retcon Mickey missing his shirt in Kingdom Hearts 1, we can obviously see that he has his basic Mickey design at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1. While the scene in 0.2, he has his Chain of Memories design just without the shirt, which two of his main designs aside from his black organization coat with ears, and now his Kingdom Hearts 3 design, which is pretty much a smaller version of Riku's design, has a color palette of blue, black, red, and yellow, and the design is with the giant yellow shoes. His main design that we see more times than not also has an alternative black and white version. He does also have an old-timey look when entering Timeless River, and he also has his Three Musketeer design when he's in that world too, and also his Sorcerer's Apprentice design as well. Fun little fact though, I think most already know this, but Sora's KH1 design is heavily based off Mickey's base design, which is kind of interesting because I believe they were thinking about making Mickey the main character at one point, but they said screw it, let's just give this boy his giant ass yellow shoes too. Mickey Mouse is one not to be judged by his size, acting as Yoda when it comes to his fighting style with a whole lot of flips to boot. But he is an extremely powerful Keyblade wielder with being both quick, strong, and a seeming master of magic. We've seen him use Stopza and Dream Drop Distance, which is the strongest form of magic at this point, being a Zaw spell. He was able to also dispatch multiple dark sides in Kingdom Hearts 1 with one hit each. We see him fight multiple times throughout the games, and we are able to fight as him a few times and also fight with him. His main use of magic is Pearl, in which he uses it in multiple games, being able to summon balls of light to travel and hit enemies, and doing a decent amount of damage too. Also using Holy, which is the strongest form of light magic, which light magic is his main focus when it comes to magic. But like I said, he does still have other spells like Stopza and Cure. He is very elusive, doing mini flips and bouncing around when fighting. Adding this to his small stature makes him much harder to hit. But now going throughout the games, in Birth by Sleep, he does appear as a Demon Link, where it allows him to be able to create light spheres or do aerial attacks. He also appears as a friend card in Chain of Memories, where using him heals you and stuns enemies. But if you stack them, it creates the Miracle Slight that does more healing and damage. But there is also a Slight that allows him for Riku and Mickey to do a Holy Burst attack or Inverse Slight, where they spin and shoot light and dark orbs. In Kingdom Hearts Key or Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key, he does appear as a multitude of medals. I'll maybe leave a list to them right here, but there are a decent amount of them. In 358 by 2 days, he is playable and unlocked through finishing every mission in the game, and he is at average speed and strength, but has great with magic and critical hits. And he is also very quick and elusive, and his limit break being Holy that he uses, like I said, in other games. In Kingdom Hearts 2, he is playable, but only after losing as Sora in certain boss battles, where you fight as him until you either die as Mickey or able to charge up your gauge enough to revive Sora. And if you charge it up fully, he uses Healing Light to restore Sora's HP, MP, and drive. But if he dies before that, he only uses a high potion to revive Sora's HP. But as fighting as him, again, he is fast, elusive, and uses Pearl that does a good amount of damage, but you can't finish off bosses as Mickey. Mickey as a whole was trained by Yin Sid and soon became a master. He used the Starseeker Keyblade in Birth by Sleep up until 0.2 when he gained the Kingdom Key D, which he gained through the Realm of Darkness, being the inverse of that of the Kingdom Key, which is a Keyblade from the Realm of Light. And his Keyblade is one of the halves needed to close the door to darkness. He is also, oddly enough, not affected much by darkness, even when traveling through the Realm of Darkness, which we all know it's because he's a Disney character. Darkness can't penetrate the happiness of Disney characters. We also get a glimpse of a new Keyblade that looks like a mixture of the Starseeker and the Kingdom Key D, which could be his new Keyblade, but this is not confirmed as of now. Either way, that is his ability and fight style from Mickey. And there you have it for our oddly badass Mouse King, who I'm still not sure what he exactly is the king of. Maybe we'll find out one day. Is it just the castle? Either way, I do like him a lot in these games, and making this profile made me realize how much he was actually part of the games. I don't know how much he truly affected the games, but he was there the whole way through pretty much. But what do you all think of Mickey Mouse or King Mickey in this game, and also outside of it? But that's it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, then please punch that like button, and I will see you all next time. Peace out.
Your Majesty!
Now, Sora, let's close this door for good.
Close that trap!
But
Don't worry. There will always be a door to the light.
Sora, you can trust King Mickey.
Now! They're coming!
Donald, Goofy, thank you.
Take care of her.